feel like you're alone, please message me. I will talk to you any time of day. It does not matter. Put a comment in the comment section. And it's okay if you're not okay. You don't have to be okay. You don't have to put on this front for everyone. If you need that time to yourself, take that time to yourself. Take that time and fill your own cup. You know, make sure your own cup is full before you go ahead and pour into someone else's cup. I think that's really important. And as a teenager, there was a moment where I had just become so depressed, and I was just so anxious all the time, and I just did not want to live. I didn't want to be alive anymore. Like, I just told her I don't want to be alive anymore. I don't remember if I told her that I was thinking about it, but I was completely thinking about taking my own life. Like, I really want to thank everyone for joining in on my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about anxiety and depression and just self-care in general. So if you're interested, please continue to watch. And if you'd like to join in on this discussion, go ahead and leave me a comment down below asking me questions or just venting if you need to vent about anything. Truly, I really want this channel to become somewhere you guys feel safe just talking about anything. So go ahead and do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. Bye. Hey guys, so hey. I haven't said that in over a month. Can you believe that? My whole hey guys intro. So this video is going to be a video about where I've been, and I'm going to talk about my anxiety, depression, things like that. This is actually a video my subscribers, you guys, asked for. This is one of them. You guys also asked me to talk about my self-confidence and how I have gotten my self-confidence and my self-esteem to the level that it is. Maybe I'll post some comments all over the video because I got a lot of requests to talk about my self-confidence. But in the midst of those requests, I also saw that a lot of you guys, especially my younger subscribers, are dealing with some very emotionally draining type of things. You know, you guys asked me to talk about my self-confidence, but in my opinion, I can't talk about my self-confidence if I don't talk about my anxiety and my depression. Because to me, it all kind of goes hand in hand, and I've had to work so hard on all of those things my entire life. And right now, when it comes to my self-confidence and my self-esteem, for the most part, they're both pretty great, but I wasn't always like this. But I saw that there were some other things that a few of my subscribers were going through, and I couldn't just, you know, overlook that without talking about these really intense things. So, guys, sit back, relax, and let's have a talk. I've been gone. Talk to me. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm really just talking. I've been gone for so long, guys, and then I come back and I hit you guys with like such a heavy video. Man. Alright, here we go. I've been gone from YouTube as well as like Instagram and some other social media networks for over a month, and it has to do with my anxiety and my depression. A lot of you guys don't know. I have a lot of people who watch me who actually know me or who have actually had I don't want to say so much in this video, but I'm literally just talking, you guys, so I'm sorry if I say or if I stutter over my words or if I'm looking all around. I do that when I talk. Anyway, a lot of you guys might know me. A lot of you guys have actually, you know, had conversations with me, hung out with me before, or, you know, talked to me online before, and a lot of you guys know that sometimes, a lot of the time, it's really hard to get a hold of me. Through messages, emails, text messages, I don't answer phone calls, all of that stuff, like, all of that stuff. I completely avoid phone calls. unless you've texted me or unless I've given you like permission to call me, because by that time where I've actually given permission to call my phone, I've, went over it in my head 1,000 times, like, it's just a phone call, Shan. It's just a phone call. This is your friend, or this is whoever, whatever. Um, that's usually the process I have to go over in my head every single time when it comes to a phone call, unless I am absolutely comfortable with you just randomly calling my phone. So like, even my best friend Marissa, hey girl, if you're watching this, I love you. She can just she will like let you guys know I don't answer my phone. And I've known her for over 10 years, okay? We literally, grew up together. And she can call me sometimes, and if it's unexpected and if I panic when I see a phone call come through my phone, I won't answer it. Like, I won't answer it. A lot of people actually don't know that I deal with such severe anxiety and depression. A lot of people see me, smiling or making jokes, or they see me post some photos and some videos for a good like week or 2 weeks straight, and they're like, oh yeah, Shan, she's all about social media, she loves makeup, she loves to smile, she's really silly. That's me, but that's not truly like who I really am. I'm very silly. Like, I'm a very silly person. I love to laugh. But there's a complete other side to me where really only my closest friends, and I don't have many, who have witnessed, who have experienced, my panic attacks. I don't want to say I'm not reliable, because I'm here for my people, okay? I really am. A lot of my subscribers I met online somewhere, and I was just talking to you guys, about life and stuff like that. I love to do that. That's one of my favorite things to do. I like to meet new people, so that's why it's always such a battle, having severe anxiety and like depression. But anyway, I'm pretty sure most of you did not know this, but for the past like 5 months or so, I have not really been able to walk that much. Early April, I woke up after a nap and I literally couldn't walk. And I've been dealing with it, going to specialists, having all types of tests done on my legs. And, sorry, my voice just shook there because, I'm really opening up. Anyway, because like I said, I don't do this. I don't tell people such personal things about me, even though I might tweet every day, or I love to upload photos of myself, and I love to put on makeup. I don't really let that many people get close to me. And it's gonna be crazy editing this video because I am just talking in circles right now. Anyway, now here's my thing. Beauty videos are great. They're so much fun to make. I love talking to you guys. I love getting your messages, your emails, your comments, your likes, all of that. I love it. And I love trying new looks and, playing around with wigs and working with other companies. I do believe it's really important to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well as physically. Not like quitting YouTube. I don't see myself ever quitting YouTube because it's an outlet of mine, but I do plan to add these type of videos to my channel where I just talk to you guys more. I've been dealing with anxiety and depression literally since I was a teenager. Well, not since I was a teenager, since I was a child. I grew up in a really bad neighborhood on the west side of Chicago, and it wasn't always like the easiest growing up. And some of the things that I saw, being an adult now, a lot of the things that I grew up around, just in that environment, it just wasn't a good environment for me to be, and it still isn't. Even to this day, it's still not a good environment for people who are still there to be. Now, you guys know I've moved. I'm on the West Coast now, well, the Southwest. I don't know, what do people call this? Arizona. I don't know. But that's not really all. On top of that, as a child, I've always just been really, really sick. I'm sick now. I was sick when I was born. I'm gonna be sick 3 years from now. I mean, what is my hair doing back here with my background? Jeez. I'm always gonna be sick, and that's just something I've accepted. and come to terms with. But as a young person, as a child, and as a teenager, it can be very depressing seeing your friends go out and do things that you can't do because you're so sick and you're stuck in the house because you're sick and you're on medication. And instead of going to a field trip, you have to go to a doctor's visit. That's literally what my life has been my entire life, to be honest. If you guys do want to know more about dealing with chronic illnesses as a young person, I did make a video about it. So I'll link that here and you guys can go and check that out. So because of these things and other things, a lot of my anxiety does happen at night, because at nighttime in Chicago is when a lot of violence happens. All types of things. I've just seen all types of things as a child growing up, and it was usually at nighttime where like bad things would happen, or like I would have to drop to the floor because they were shooting and bullets were coming through my room. So even now to this day, even though I don't live in that environment anymore, most of my anxiety and most of my panic attacks have come at night, because it's basically like a PTSD type of thing. And yes, I have talked to psychiatrists, so I'm not just throwing random things out there to you guys. So it's basically like a PTSD type of thing where at night I get so anxious, and it can literally, well, it has caused me to not sleep. Sometimes I can go at one point as a teenager, I really was not sleeping at all. I stayed up all night. I stayed up all day. And it was because, a lot of it was because I was just afraid to go to sleep at night for many different reasons. Like, I was just so terrified. So, even now, like I was saying, being here on the West Coast, away from most of that violence, I'm still dealing with a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. Sorry, I keep saying And as a teenager, there was a moment where I had just become so depressed, and I was just so anxious all the time, and I just did not want to live. I didn't want to be alive anymore, and I had pulled away from everyone. I had really stopped doing everything that I love to do. A lot of you might not know, but before photography, I was a musician. I grew up, I taught myself how to play piano, and then I had piano lessons, and then I had violin lessons, and drum and guitar, almost any instrument I can play. But I had stopped all of that. I had completely stopped playing instruments, and my mom was so worried because I love art. Any type of art, I truly live for it. My voice is shaking because that's how passionate I am about art. It's more than just an outlet for me. YouTube and creating and editing videos and photography and music and things like that. I just love art. I live for it, literally. It keeps me alive. Even my best friend Marissa, I don't think I was talking to her at all around this time. I think I had completely stopped talking to her. And I had dropped a lot of people out of my life, which really needed to happen. And I'm going to talk about that more in my self-confidence video, because that was another thing. The people I was surrounded by, the people I called my closest friends and my best friends, and there was like a group of us who we just hung out all the time. They weren't really my friends. They were not true to themselves. They were very toxic to themselves, to me, to each other. Like, it was just a completely toxic situation where it was a large group of us. And it was just horrible, and I completely dropped all of them. Like, I cut them all out of my life. But it came the time where I wasn't talking to anyone. I wasn't talking to anyone online. I wasn't doing anything except staying awake. That's it. And I just didn't want to be alive anymore. And my mom, I don't even know if she knows this. I don't fully remember our conversation, but we had a moment where, and this is like the moment where she literally came in and saved my life and helped me save my own life, because I was completely done. I had already reached the edge. Like, I was done. and with life. And she came to my room one night, and I was on the computer. I don't remember what I was doing, but I didn't want her to see what I was doing. When she came into my room, I completely shut down my computer, and I just came clean because she sat me down and she's like, I see you. You know, she started off talking to me, but she really listened. Like, the entire thing was her listening after I just completely opened up, because at that time I needed that. I needed someone to come to me and tell me, you know, I see you hurting. Just talk to me. Tell me what's going on. And I completely just let it all out. Like, I just told her I don't want to be alive anymore. I don't remember if I told her that I was thinking about it, but I was completely thinking about taking my own life. Like, I just let it all out, and you know, she held me and she talked to me, and I believe that's something everyone needs, which is why I'm such an advocate for people who are going through things similar to what I've been through, where they just don't want to be alive anymore, or they don't, they feel like no one listens to them. I've been there before, and I have truly felt like I was drowning in my own sorrows and in my own thoughts, because I had no one to talk to, and I was just not talking to anyone. Even if people, I believe Marissa at that time, she was texting my phone and calling me, and she's just like, where are you? Because by that time, I was gearing up to leave high school, not graduate. I was like a sophomore in high school. My mom took me out of high school. This isn't the main reason why. I was just really sick and I couldn't really go to high school. But I believe everyone needs that person who just listens to them and not projects their own insecurities onto them. And my mom, for me, she has always been that person for me when I'm at my lowest. She's that person. Like I said, I've just been through it all. I've been through it, and I know how it feels to feel like you have no one. I know how it feels to feel like you're alone, to feel like things, you know, things just keep happening, horrible things. Thing after thing after thing just keeps happening, and it feels like it's beating you down. I know how that feels. So ever since then, I promised myself I would not get back to that point. While I've made some great strides, and I've truly been working on myself my entire life, and especially since that moment and that point in my life, to make sure I never get that bad again, I am still dealing with anxiety and depression. And sometimes it's crippling. Sometimes I can't answer text messages. Like, it's not that I don't want to, it's that literally I cannot. I don't have the mental, physical, emotional, spiritual energy to answer text messages, phone calls, emails, things like that. And that's something that throughout the years I've learned is acceptable. You don't always have to be available to others. I'm the type of person that, like I said, I will drop everything for the people in my life, and even for strangers. I have literally dropped everything for strangers that I just saw they were going through something and they needed someone. I've dropped everything just to go help them. So I had to learn that at times it is okay to not be available. At times you have to take care of yourself. And it's more than just physical, and it's more than just mental. It's emotional, it's spiritual. You truly have to be there for yourself. And for me, that involves sometimes not making videos, sometimes not answering that text message. Sometimes I can't always be the listening ear, because I truly have to take care of myself before I can go ahead and, you know, take care of someone else's problems. I have to make sure I'm okay, so that, look at, what is my hair doing? I have to make sure that I'm okay, so that I can make sure that my loved ones are okay. If I'm not okay in every single way, I won't be able to be there 100% for my loved ones and for others who need me. So whenever I'm absent, whenever I am kind of like in the wind, as some people who have met me, they will say, "Oh, Shan, she's always in the wind. You never know if she's gonna blah 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 blah." I'm literally taking care of myself at those times. And when I say taking care of myself, I seriously mean I need this time to take care of myself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It's very hard as well when you have draining, toxic people in your life. So when I said that I dropped all those people out of my life, those, when I was a teenager, those people were completely draining me. They were draining me spiritually, they were draining me mentally, they were draining me emotionally and mentally, physically. They were just so draining because they were always so negative. When you have negative people in your life, it just takes a toll on you, whether you know it or not. No matter how strong you think you are, when you have a negative person, just one, and I was in a group of them, when you just have one negative person in your life, negative toxic person, because a person, can be going through things. Like I said, I help a lot of my loved ones constantly. Almost every day I'm helping someone get through their trials and tribulations. But when you have just one toxic person who just does not care about your well-being, that it will completely take a toll on you. It will completely drain you. And you have to take a step back and be able to know yourself enough to realize this person is not good for me. This person I need to distance myself from, because if I don't, I won't be okay. And I had to do that many times in my life. So many times. I think as a very self-aware, approachable person, that's who I am. Because I was going to say lovable again, but that sounds conceited kind of. But I am. But approachable. I'm very approachable. I have a baby face. Even though I'm 26 years old, I still look really young. And a lot of people say, "Oh, you look so innocent." Yeah. But I get all kinds of people coming into my life. That's people who are good for me and people who necessarily are not meant for me. They're not meant to be in my life. No matter how much they want to be a part of my life, no matter what they do to try to be a part of my life, I know myself well enough to know what kind of people I can deal with and what kind of people will be good for me and who actually cares about my well-being. You can be going through things and still show the person you're venting to that you care. I'm usually the person people are venting to, and if a person never asks you how you're doing unless they need something from you, if a person never comes around when you're going through your things and they just always think, they think the worst of you, these are people who you do not need in your life, and they will literally drain you. And dealing with anxiety and depression has taught me those type of people only make things worse, and so I distance myself from those type of people. So this past month, I really wanted to take a break and just focus 100% on myself. I really did. Like, this break was meant to happen. I purposely took this break. It started off as me being really down on myself and really depressed and really just like, man, life never works. Wow, my computer's broke. I can't even edit a video if I wanted to right now. Wow, I can barely walk. I can't even stand to make a video. I can't even stand to put up my equipment to record the video. Like, within this month, not only did my computer break, not only have I barely been able to walk, but I also quit my stable job that I planned to be at for a really long time, and I had to quit because I physically can't make it to the job. I physically can't do the job. So a lot has been going on, and I had started to get really, really down and really depressed, and my anxiety was just rising. So I really wanted to take this break so that I could truly just focus on myself, and so that I won't get back to that point that I got to so many years ago, over 10 years ago now. I was a teenager. So and as you guys can see, I'm here, I'm smiling, and I just feel so much better than I did a month ago. I just want to make sure that I was truly paying attention to myself, that I was truly spending time on myself. And after this time, over a month, I feel way better mentally and emotionally. I truly do. I feel like things happen for a reason, and even though I'm really bummed that I had to quit my job, I feel good about it, If I truly believe that if it's meant to be, it'll be. And that job served me for however long that it served me, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to do that job to get me through whatever I was going through when I first got hired for that job. And so I'm very thankful that I even got to, experience working with that company. It was a huge company. It was a great experience meeting new people, and the fact that they believed in me means a lot to me. So, and it took this month for me to think this way about these situations that I've been going through. Yeah, my computer broke, but hey, I've got an iPad. Yeah, I haven't been able to walk that much, but doctors have been doing everything they can to truly try to figure out what's going on with my legs or my spine or whatever it is. My family has truly been there for me, and they've helped me so much. And they've made sure I've had days where I get out of the house. I think that's really important. That's another thing I spent the month doing, taking my time and truly trying to get out of the house, even though it's been so difficult. My family has really been there helping me, literally take steps. Or my cousin, who's like, I don't know, 6'6", he literally has carried me up and down the stairs at times. That's how bad it is. But it's taken me a month to get to this mental state of mind, this positive mental state of mind. So no, things are not 100% for me right now. However, they are definitely better, and I have a better mindset about what I have been going through. Even though things may not be 100% good for you right now, I think it's truly important for you to know that you are not alone. You have people to talk to. Message me here. If you feel like you're alone, please message me. I will talk to you any time of day. It does not matter. Put a comment in the comment section. And it's okay if you're not okay. You don't have to be okay. You don't have to put on this front for everyone. If you need that time to yourself, take that time to yourself. Don't let anyone belittle you and make you feel like you can't take that time to yourself, because you absolutely can. And during that time, do whatever is needed to make sure that you are okay, or to make sure that you are taking the correct healthy steps to become okay. I think that's really important. One of the things that I was going to talk about in my self-confidence video, but I'm going to say it here too. It's really important to me to be happy with who I am in this moment in time. That's really important to me. No matter the goals, no matter who I want to be in, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, it is extremely important to me that who I am now, I can be happy with that person. And I can truly sit here and say, after taking that personal time, I am. And I want you guys to be too. I think, I don't just want you to sit here and listen to me ramble on. I really want you guys to be okay, and to really just work on yourselves. Because like I said, it's okay to not be okay. However, it's really important that you take that time for yourself. Meant for yourself, not to, you're giving pieces of yourself away to everyone else. Take that time and fill your own cup. Make sure your own cup is full before you go ahead and pour into someone else's cup. I think that's really important. And that's what I've been doing for the past month. So Thanks for listening, guys. If I find anything else that I would like to add, I'm going to put it in the description box or down in the comments. So before you guys go ahead, if anyone goes ahead and comments, because I don't know if I'm going to get any comments on this video, but if anyone goes ahead and comments, or if you have anything to say, just check out the description box or the comments first, because I might just put some articles down there for you to check out. Yeah, guys, take care of yourselves. It's so important. No matter what your outlet is, I think it's important for it to be healthy. Because if it's not, you could unknowingly be dragging yourself down this self-destructive road, and that's not what I'm here to promote. I don't think that's good, and I think it's sorry, that's my dog. I think it's very important to be self-aware. So, I've said a lot. If this is the first video you've seen of mine, and you expected a beauty video to be your first video to see of mine, I do apologize, but I tend to get real. The next thing I talk to you guys about will most likely either be about self-confidence, or it will be about being young and homeless. And those are the two next really serious talks I want to have with you guys. So look out for those. And until then, I have some makeup videos I'll be uploading and a couple of hair videos I'll be uploading. So just stay tuned. And I want to thank all of you guys for joining me here on my channel. I really do appreciate it. You guys can go ahead and leave a comment down below if you'd like to join in on this discussion. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.